It's always nice to start a match off when you're serving, get the first serve in, get the short reply, and hit the winner. Good first point there from Katie Boulter.
That was a good first round win for her as well. It was one of those where I think she would be the first to admit that she didn't play her best tennis, but she found answers. A 7-5 in the third win against Rebecca Marino, who can be tough. She's got a big game. And as for Boulter's start to her 2025 season, well, it's been a pretty confident one. Had some good wins at the United Cup against Nadia Podoroska and Olivia Gadecki, and then took Swiatek to 3. And the start in this match has also been a pretty confident one for the 22nd seed. Well, here it is, the win predictor, and unsurprisingly, it's favouring the seeded player. What's your take on that? 68% for Boulter.
Yeah, I mean, you would think just with the year gone by, obviously not a lot of success for Veronika.
I think the big question for Boulter is, can she translate all of the success that she's had in 250s and 500s into Grand Slams? Because that's where she's falling short at the moment. She's never made it past the third round of a Grand Slam. That's the ultimate dream for her, and she's clearly capable.
Well, that's why she'll want to keep that ranking improving, just to get the seeds in the Grand Slams. I mean, you can always get these floaters and have tough early rounds, but just to give yourself a little bit of breathing room.
And if you look at the draw as well, I mean, it's not a bad section to be in, because the winner of this match faces 15th seed Beatrice Haddad-Meyer, so it's not a, you know, a top 8 seed. Perfect put away.
30-15. This is a perfect piece of play here from Katie Boulter. You still see a lot of the women not willing to come to the net behind their big ground strokes, so that's encouraging signs from Boulter that she's willing. And she doesn't really play a lot of doubles also.
No,
so
she doesn't. And you would think with her frame as well, that the height that she has on her, that actually she would be a really good doubles player if she chose to do so.
And I think she probably should, in just, maybe if she doesn't want to in the Grand Slams, that's fine, but in some of the smaller tournaments, just playing, because it does help your singles. You just learn to be a bit more creative, you volley a lot more. And if things are not going so well in your singles, but then you're doing well in doubles, I always feel that you should be a pretty much all well-rounded player. And I think by playing both would certainly help her.
Well, that's something that Kudermetova has done over the course of her career. A very proficient doubles player. She's won 8 doubles titles, including the WTA finals in Fort Worth back in 2022. And, of course, she enjoyed that run to the finals of Wimbledon a year earlier. Amount in it. Just hooked that backhand slightly wide. She did the right thing though, didn't she? Trying to take control of that second serve. And the depth a little bit too hot to handle.
Well, Kudermetova's stance in the court, she is standing relatively close to the baseline, looking to move forward to take the serve early.
She came unstuck, didn't she, Boulter, when she moved around that forehand.
Yeah, Kudermetova just had too much of the court to work with.
Well, Kudermetova makes the first move. And this will give her some confidence. An early break against the 22nd seed, 2-1. You can see actually that there still is just a light breeze. I don't think it will be too impactful, but it nonetheless is still there. And this is quite an open court as well, this court 3. There isn't a huge amount of shelter from the wind.
Well, both these women return very well, so it just puts that added pressure on the serve. Just in that service game of Katie Boulter, just not enough first serves in that game to really make an impact.
I think it's evidence for everyone to see just how well Kudermetova can play. She's finished it inside of the top 20 on 2 years running, 22 and 23. And there are so many ebbs and flows in tennis as well. And I think the problem with Kudermetova is that a lot of her points she got from single tournaments. So it was that victory in Tokyo in 2023, and she didn't back that up in 2024. So then she moved down the rankings quite considerably, and it's sort of a domino effect from there, isn't it?
Well, Katie Boulter's going to feel the same sort of pressure.
Yeah.
Certainly this year, and this is why consistency is, you just don't want to have to rely on playing well in the tournaments that you've done well in the previous year.
14-15. That's a good serve. 168 kilometers behind that delivery, but it's not always about the power. That one had pinpoint accuracy. Just got a little bit lucky in those last couple of points. She wasn't hitting to a great depth or...
They're really unforced errors there. They're not forced errors. They're just errors that shouldn't happen, especially from a player of Kudermetova. Very aggressive.
I think she was getting all of her anger out when she struck that first serve. Well, the Kudermetova serve gets her out of trouble. She's been quick out of the blocks here on court 3.
Well, I think the order of the day for Katie Boulter is a high percentage of first serves in here. let another service game go astray. That's nice variety there from Kudermetova.
And that's an area of her game that possibly she's developed through all of the doubles that she's played over the years. So much of it is about serving and returning, but she's definitely become much more of a versatile player.
Well, already earlier on in these service games from Katie Boulter, she certainly seems to be directing a lot of her serves to the forehand side of Kudermetova. So obviously they feel that that's the shot that's going to break down, or is the weaker.
30, 50.
That's better. That serve, usually a huge strength of hers.
Well, she's certainly got the height, and she does have a very classic service action.
Left person.
Just a few unforced errors here from Boulter that are not necessary, that aren't. She's not under pressure. Another break point opportunity for Kudermetova to take a 4-1 lead.
It's 2 breaks of serve for the former world number 9. She races to a 4-1 lead, taking advantage of what so far has been a bit of a sluggish Katie Boulter.
Yeah. That's the exact word that I was looking for, Pippa. She's just a bit slow, a bit flat-footed.
And what a beautiful precinct it is, overlooking the stunning Melbourne skyline. And just a few clouds in the sky. It's been pretty good weather today for the tennis. Of course, you never know what you're going to get in Melbourne, do you? That's what I'm learning anyway. It rains,
Not too much.
Sunny again, and then it rains again, and you just can't predict it.
No, you can't, but we don't get as much rain as Queensland does, so that's okay.
Time.
I think it's starting to get a fraction warmer, but I mean, these are really perfect conditions. Who wants to be playing in 35-degree
And who
Celsius
wants to
heat
be
anyway?
watching in
Exactly.
35 degrees.
Yeah, a bit of work to do.
Well, that was exactly the shot that she wanted, but not, I'm sure the shot that she wanted to hit.
It was a nice approach shot, though, from Kudermetova.
And that's much better footwork, just looked sharper. She did have a few words with her coach, Biljana, ahead of this game, so maybe that's what was communicated. Sharp footwork, lots of little steps around the ball. There she is. I'm sure she'd get some good advice from her fiancé as well. Knows a thing or two about tennis.
And
they're just the little things that she's just going to have to tighten up if she's going to sort of make headway into this match. And get a good look at second serves. You can't afford to make an error.
Kudermetova doing real damage off that first serve.
Just feel like Kudermetova's just really playing within herself right now. She's not hitting too close to the lines, but being aggressive.
It
certainly helps when you can put first serves in like that.
These unforced errors coming in thick and fast now. The racket of Katie Boulter. 23 minutes of tennis that she might just want to forget.
Well, she's just going to have to start going back to the basics. Just hitting a lot crossed, not trying to change the direction too early within the point. Well, a good disguise here from Katie Boulter, sensing that Kudermetova was way behind the baseline.
I sense there's a lot on the line for both of these players because well, neither of them have had particularly notable runs at Grand Slams. And of course that can bring about a whole host of issues and pressure that you're putting on yourself.
Absolutely. And the other thing is too, people, that Katie's really going to want to try and win this service game to make Kudermetova serve for the set. So therefore, she could be serving, if she happens to lose this set, at least she'll be serving first, so not playing catch up the whole time.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a brilliant change up and smart point construction.
30.
It's not always about just thumping the ball from corner to corner and trying to hit it as hard as you possibly can. Well, she lets out a huge roar. But still very much some glimpses of frustration from Katie Boulter. She keeps herself in this set. But still, there's a great deal of work for her to do. She trails by 5-2. A huge occasion playing in Grand Slams, and so different, isn't it? It brings about just a different kind of pressure, and I think that's maybe where Boulter has struggled in previous appearances. She's never made it past the third round of a Grand Slam, but clearly she has the game to do so. She's proved that in her 3 victories on the WTA Tour.
Well, it's going deep into a Grand Slam, you get great bonus points, so therefore your ranking can jump up a lot higher. Obviously, the obvious reasons, great prize money.
New balls.
Well, if Katie Boulter can somehow try and win this game, it's 5-3. She's in with a bit of a chance to try and salvage this first set.
And that is a much more effective return when she's actually getting a strike on the ball rather than just chipping it back into the court. Yeah, comeback is not an insurmountable task, especially given that Kudermetova can be emotional on court at times. Drop it short, and that is what's going to happen.
30.
Oh, she needs a job in the cricket team. Here's another look at that stunning catch.
Yeah, well, a great body serve there
Advantage, Kudermetova.
from Kudermetova.
And she's got good variety
Yeah.
on that serve, hasn't she? So Boulter just doesn't quite know what's coming at her. Nicely done. It all starts with the return of serve from Katie Boulter. She's so dangerous when she has that time on the ball, but that's what Kudermetova's doing so nicely at the moment, taking that time away, rushing her.
Advantage,
Oh,
Kudermetova.
that's just too good.
Her third ace of the match so far, pretty timely.
That's a very solid return there from Katie Boulter, but Kudermetova, that was just a very hopeful shot to be able to hit that backhand down the line over the highest part of the net to the shortest part of the court.
Katie Boulter coming alive. Better tennis.
Well, that point was certainly set up from the return of Katie Boulter. And there, from there, she really dominated the point.
It's a collection of superb returns of serve. And a break back for the world number 25.
Kudermetova leads by 5 games to 3.
Biliano, one of the very few female coaches on tour.
She's been around a long time.
She has, and she's been working with Katie for a good few years now. she's one of those players who can hit winners from absolutely anywhere on the court.
But she does it with effortless power also. She's got lovely strokes. She prepares nice and early.
In a row for Katie Boulter. And it's a game of who can get the strike in first. Kudermetova only narrowly winning this battle now.
And Kudermetova just having a bit of a word with the umpire. I think she's asking for the trainer to come out. She's pointing towards her chest.
She has had a few injuries over the years, Kudermetova. August 2021, she had a lower back injury, and then the same in June of 2022. Looks like she's calling the physio for something. We're not sure what. Katie Boulter is another player who's struggled over the years to keep fit.
Obviously some notes in that book that Kudermetova's reading.
It's quite common, isn't it, to see that on tour, some notes that I'm sure she's discussed with her coach, just giving herself a little bit of a reminder.
Great at lip reading. Oh no.
I'll tell you what, more and more people are getting word that this match is turning into an exciting one. There's barely a free seat in sight. It's a nice court to play on as well. Gets pretty loud, pretty energetic in here. Of course, every court plays just a little bit differently.
This is quite hard too for Katie Boulter. She's just had a mini run of 2 games where things have certainly swayed in her favour.
Yeah, you definitely felt there was that shift in momentum.
Yeah, she won't want to sit too long, Katie Boulter. She want to go and move around a little bit.
And she's now having a chat with the umpire. I think she wants to maybe go and hit some serves.
It's actually taking a bit of time for the physio. I think, yep, she's just come out right now.
Well, the good news, of course, is that you can have discussions with your coaching team whilst on court. And in the big arenas, there's a new on-court coaching box as well, which they're trialling for the first time at this year's Australian Open. Actually miking the coaches up, so you can get a few words from them in the warm-up. It's a concept that they're trialling.
Sounds like she's got tightening in her chest, so.
And it can sometimes be due to nerves and anxiety, can't it? I mean, we don't want to speculate. We have no idea what's going on, but it's a definite possibility. And we talked about it earlier. It is such a big occasion playing at Grand Slams, especially for these two, because, well, Kudermetova had that run to the quarterfinals of Roland Garros back in 2022. Made the 4th round of the US Open, but she was world number 9. And for a top 10 tennis player, you would expect maybe deeper runs more consistently at Grand Slam level, wouldn't you?
Definitely there. That's obviously taking her heart rate. We'll assess her and
Okay, it's going to be an MTO.
Ladies and gentlemen, Veronika Kudermetova is now receiving a medical timeout.
Really important here for Katie Boulter to keep her focus, because she was starting to pick up the pace tennis-wise and playing some good tennis in the last 3 games or so. Starting to get some of the momentum back on her terms. Of course, so many ebbs and flows in tennis matches. It's getting a little bit colder, as you can see. People have started to put on their jumpers. So about 95% of this court is now shaded from what is left of the sun here in Melbourne Park.
I think I'd like my back cracked like that. Maybe after she's finished with Kudermetova that we can come up to the commentary box and give us a little massage on the back of the neck. 1 minute left of the timeout, injury timeout.
This has felt like a really long break, hasn't it? Because it took the trainer quite a while to get to the court. I would say 5 minutes or so. And throughout all of this time, Katie Boulter's been practicing her serve. And we've actually seen her practice some topspin second serve. So I think that's where she feels maybe she needs to make improvements. So important in these situations that not only do you keep your focus, but also you keep your body warm and you keep moving as well.
It's one of those momentum switches that I feel if Katie can somehow break the serve, that she might go on and win this set.
Absolutely.
Time.
That's Kudermetova's second double fault of the match. Undoubtedly more pressure coming from that return of serve as well, so could be the intimidation factor. Relentless depth. I haven't seen Kudermetova this vocal for some time. Making life very difficult for herself when she doesn't make the first serve, Kudermetova. Well, it's 4 games in a row for Katie Boulter. And what resilience she's shown to get herself back in this opening set.
So this is just terrific percentage play here from Katie Boulter. She's not going line because she knows it's a more of a higher risk of a shot to try and take. She's just going long cross.
And there's that easy power that you were talking about. Winner number 11.
I just feel, just from the body language now of Kudermetova, that she's almost going to explode.
Katie Boulter using that pulverizing power to her advantage. And she gets her nose in front. Oh, you called it, Nicole. You said if she could only win this game at 5-2 or 5-1, I think it was, then that would put the pressure on Kudermetova, and she hasn't lost a game since.
Yeah. I mean, you just get a sense or a reading of a body language. And matches go in these ebbs and flows.
I think what she's doing a whole lot better, Katie Boulter, is starting the point.
Yeah.
Well, and she struggled, didn't she, on the return of serve. Initially she was just chipping it back, and now she's getting a really good hit on the ball.
Time.
And that can be a little bit of your opponent as well. Kudermetova was certainly serving more percentage first serves in. Her ground strokes were certainly hitting its spots, and then you just dip 10-15% and it flips.
Well, a real shift in this storyline from 5-1 up to now serving to stay in the set.
Oh, that's a bad miss. 6-5 up, get a look at a second serve on one of your favourite shots, your forehand. Got to make that. Yep, that skidded off the line.
Not much you can do when that sort of thing happens.
40 love. Let Besser. Again, Kudermetova.
Well, into a tie break we go.
6 games all, tiebreak.
Guessing that's move your feet. I think it means moving your feet. Come on.
Unsurprising in a way, isn't it, that this match
1-0
has gone to a
Kudermetova.
tie-break, because in terms of their game styles, I mean, you said it at the beginning, they're very similar. It's who gets the first strike on the ball. And it's sort of gone in swings and roundabouts. Started out being Kudermetova, and then Katie Boulter found her feet a little bit. Pretty unreturnable, that backhand, when she has time. Is that a butterfly or no? It's a feather.
Feather. These are 3 terrific points from Kudermetova.
3-0. Kudermetova.
I'm really getting a sense of just how much this means to her as well. She's been really vocal. A very well placed second serve.
3-1. Kudermetova.
The serve percentage of Boulter just about hitting the 60% mark.
Yeah, I like that change up there from Kudermetova, throwing in the slice backhand. Yeah, great return.
That's a tough shot to change direction.
4-2. Kudermetova.
And that's, as you mentioned, the highest part of the net as well. So surely you've got to be playing percentage tennis at this point in the match.
And you know it's coming. You're expecting a really good return. Well, both women, really, when they get a look at a second serve, are certainly putting pressure on their opponent with solid returns.
Another example of what happens when the return is dropped a little bit short.
5-2. Kudermetova.
Just see from the body language of Kudermetova, she's tight.
Yeah, unforced error number 15. Oh, had exactly the ball that she wanted, Katie Boulter.
6-3. Kudermetova.
She knows that was a big opportunity lost.
Well, she wasn't quite sure what to do with that shot, and that was just a very passive approach shot, and that volley should never have gone cross court there. It just gave Kudermetova too many options of where to hit the ball. And now she's got a couple of set points to win the first set.
What a twist in the tail, what a shift in momentum. The world number 75 takes the first set.
Laverty.
A little bit of pace off that first serve.
15-30.
It's good tennis.
15-14.
One area of Boulter's game that she's really improved is her mindset and her adaptability, the way that she's able to change her game mid-match and find answers. And there's a nice example. She's quick out of the blocks in this second set.
First game, second set.
Capitalizing on that bit of momentum that she built in the latter parts of the first set. And what a fierce competitor she is, learning from the very best, her fiancé, who got a good win himself earlier today. She has the belief in herself as well. That's something she's had since she was a junior, but really believing that she belongs at the top of the game. Believes that she can be world #1, believes that she can win a slam. And she believed that even when she was ranked 75 in the world. You can see she's not short of belief today either.
Take it up. Thirty love. Out. 13-15. Let's second serve.
She's got a game very much suited to the slightly faster hard court. Katie Boulter, she enjoys the higher bounce of the ball. Actually had some pretty unfortunate draws here at the Australian Open. Played Cain last year, Sabalenka 2019, Svitolina 2020. The draws haven't been kind to her.
Out. 40-13.
I feel these courts are on the slightly faster side this year than they were in previous years.
Yeah, that's the report that I've been getting as well. And particularly Margaret Court Arena is what I've heard from the players. Well, that, you sense, was a pivotal game for Katie Boulter. Her reaction telling.
A lot of loose shots at not great times from both women.
Yeah. Decision making, Nicole, I mean, so many occasions she tries to change direction from the cross court to the down the line, and that's a really heavy cross court backhand from Boulter. That's a difficult shot to play.
I think that's due to the courts as well, just being that fraction quicker. If they're a little bit slower, she'd have a little bit more time to try and go through the middle or back cross. I really like that change of return there from Katie Boulter. Just choosing to chip the ball back, a slower ball.
And importantly, chipping it with depth, because some of those chips in the first set were just landing a little bit short.
Second serve.
Oh, it's a brilliant shot. And full stretch.
Boulter leads 2-1.
We saw a little bit of variety in those last couple of games. A slice backhand there from Kudermetova. We saw the chip return from Katie Boulter. Just they're the little things that they've got to introduce into their games that can sort of change the flow of the match.
The beautiful Melbourne skyline. This is such a nice time of the day to be playing it and watching a tennis match.
Time.
The sun will be setting. Feeling, I don't know about you, Nicole, but this year it felt like the grounds had been busier.
Oh, they're packed. I mean, just you've got to allow extra time to get anywhere, and then it's very difficult to get into a court that you want to watch, or nearly all the courts are packed.
Well, we've had record-breaking attendances ahead of today, 470,000 fans walking through the gates. No doubt up to 500,000 by the end of today.
Love 15.
And that's the key on the serve, I think. It's just getting the ball out of that Kudermetova strike zone. Making her move, even just 1 or 2 steps. A continuing pattern, isn't it? Whoever can get the first strike wins the point. And the Boulter camp breathing a sigh of relief, I imagine. So it's such a different look for Katie Boulter, because she's gone from being very much the underdog in these sorts of events to now being the one to beat, and it's a different pressure.
like you want success, you want to do well in tournaments, but then you've also got to have the mindset to be able to deal with the pressures, deal with the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows.
And she's pretty
level-headed.
Level-headed, Katie. Yeah, you hear how she speaks in interviews. Doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. And that's, of course, something that gets developed with age. Katie, 28 years old, so her breakthrough has come at a much later point in her career, and some would say at that age, you know, you're much better equipped to deal with the emotional and mental demands of tennis.
Well, and I dare say a lot of expectation of being the British #1 also comes with its own challenges.
Absolutely. Well, that was a nice little change-up. I don't see much of that variety from Katie Boulter, but it's worked pretty well today.
And sometimes they don't mean to do the change-up, it just happens through circumstances, but they end up winning the point, and you think, maybe I should do that again.
It's another break of serve for Katie Boulter. Finding answers to everything that's being thrown at her in this second set. And she's walking just a little bit more confidently now. 4-1.
Time.
And Boulter, a fan favourite here in Melbourne. So many British people around. And a record number of Brits in the second round as well. That movement is just a touch sharper, isn't it? Started out, as we said, just a little bit slow and sluggish, but I'm not getting that sense now.
15-30.
Oh, wow. That was just really right in the hitting zone there for Kudermetova.
And it doesn't matter how much power there is on the ball if it's to the strike zone. When you've got timing as good as Kudermetova's, then that's going to be struck away.
All the leads, line for Mexico.
Well, I know it's very obvious to say this, but a very big difference from 5-1 to 4-2. I just wonder whether it's a lapse in concentration. That's two unforced errors from Katie Boulter off second serves.
It's just been a really, really loose game.
Two loose games, really. Service game and this game. Going away from just going cross the whole time. Pulling the trigger, wanting to go down the line. Oh, there you go. Slower ball.
14-15.
Yeah, it is that variety, isn't it? Because both players love having that same ball coming at them time and time again. Bit of a let up this game from Kudermetova, even though she still has a game point, she really hasn't made a first serve. That's a very smart return of serve. And that's the variety that we were referring to. Kept this one nice and low over the net. Shot. And what a time to come up with a forehand like that. It's been such a roller coaster this second set. So many twists and turns in the tail. What a turnaround, and what a game to win for the 22nd seed. They know just how important it was. 5-2. Just feels like both players are sort of suffering from lapses in focus and concentration at the moment, because it's 3 points here and then 4 points there.
Yeah, it's not like you can just say to them too, oh, let's just get the ball back in play. I mean, a lot of it is really dictated around by their serve. They certainly feel the pressure when they don't make their first serve.
And I think it goes back to what we were saying earlier as well about this just being such an important match for them. I mean, Veronika Kudermetova is playing here off the back of one of the worst seasons of her career. She didn't win a match at Grand Slam level last year. She has plenty to prove. Former world number 9. And Katie Boulter is looking for her first deep run at a Grand Slam as well. And this is the perfect time to do that on courts that she enjoys.
Thank you.
And it's a decent section of the draw. It's a shot that it's out of trouble.
really play with no fear. Like they just go for broke the whole time. It's either hit or miss.
Katie Boulter showing her class. And she really stepped up the pace in that second set. Deservedly, she takes it to a third. As you said, whoever got the early lead in both of these sets then went on to win them. So you get the sense that this first game is crucially important. Nicely done. And she read that passing shot. Picked it up early. Well, she's no stranger to three-set matches. Katie Boulter, in fact, she's already played 2 of them this season alone. The last one against Rebecca Marino. Won the first set, lost the second, then took the decider 7-5.
Well, it kind of helps when you're 5'11" and you've got the kick serve. It's not going to be quite as high on Katie Boulter.
Yeah, that's bouncing up right into her strike zone.
You can just see she knows that that's a wasted opportunity there. But once again, the slower ball just causing a little bit of havoc.
No. A nice refocus from Kudermetova. You can see just how much it means to her. Crucial hold to open the deciding set. And not that the breaks have been particularly important throughout this match. I mean, we've had a handful of them. Katie's broken on 5 occasions and Kudermetova on 3. So 8 breaks altogether. Some tactical advice from Jannik. I think she really has benefited from having him in her corner and just seeing what it's like to be at the very top of the game, how those top guys and girls carry themselves, what their work ethic looks like.
Well, Alex has just got a tremendous attitude, and he has from a very early age, from juniors. And he has to work really hard. He's not doesn't have a huge game, but his weapon is his consistency, and he's willing to compete 110%.
And credit to Katie, I think she's had a lot of time away from the sport through injuries, but as a result of that, she's had a lot of time to think about things. A real shift in perspective as her career has developed. And she's really level-headed on court herself these days. It's a big miss on a second serve. Only 146 kilometers an hour, and didn't really have to move to hit that one, Kudermetova. These errors from Kudermetova come in such quick succession, don't they?
I know, and it's just her willingness not to even chip the return back that we've seen Katie Boulter do on occasions.
Well, particularly on the first serve.
Yeah.
15-20.
Katie definitely returns the ball a lot better when it's coming fast and hard, like on a first serve on the backhand side, than she does on the forehand. She tends to really catch it late and hit it long, where we've seen these good block returns. Okay. This is a must return here from Katie Boulter. That's a great backhand down the line.
Yes.
And Kudermetova seems to do more damage off that backhand wing, particularly the backhand line, when she chooses the right opportunity to do so, because that's been her Achilles heel.
But that's the right time to try and hit a ball down the line, because it's not so deep in the court.
Rally, and to be honest, we haven't really seen a great deal of rallies go past that 5-shot mark. .77-kilometre-an-hour serve to get herself out of trouble. Gets the hold, but not without difficulty. Kudermetova. I think this set is just going to be about who can hold their nerve at this point, because I think it goes without saying that neither of these players have been able to produce their best tennis today.
No, we keep harping on it, Pippa, but it's just no one's been willing to have variety in their game. Even just take a little bit of pace off their first serve and go for more direction. A good 3/4 pace serve just to start the point up, just to get a look at a shorter ball, then start the point. I just think it's been far too easy to make unforced errors.
Well, it's been ugly tennis at times, but look at that pretty view.
It's a great city to live in, Pippa.
Time.
We love our sport here in Melbourne. We're very sport with wonderful facilities.
We're right next to the MCG, of course. Haven't managed to get to a cricket game just yet, but it is on my bucket list. So on serve in the third, who's going to make the first move? A difficult shot to change direction. It's coming that deep and that hard. That's two unforced errors off the return of serve from Kudermetova. That is a very well-received gift. Well, this third set of tennis increasingly becoming a test of who can make the least unforced errors. A mental battle just as much as it is a physical one. We're past the 2-hour mark now, and of course both of these players will have been waiting around a long time to play today, which has a big impact.
Quite partial to hitting that off backhand when they get jammed with that second serve on the forehand side.
Well, this is a glimmer of an opportunity now for Katie Boulter.
15-30.
Oh, really did not accelerate through that forehand at all, Katie Boulter.
And she did the hard work as well.
Yeah. Got the great return. Oh, that was a ripping cross-court forehand then from Kudermetova.
Trying so hard, isn't she, Boulter, to G herself up, get herself focused, get that intensity up. There's 4 points on the trot for Veronika Kudermetova. And there's another look at the beautiful Melbourne sunset that overlooks the MCG. As you can see in the flags in the bottom of your screen there, the wind very much dying down. And plenty of other good matches going on at the moment. In fact, Holger Rune has just taken out Matteo Berrettini. And what a win that was for him.
Time.
So this third set has so far been an up and down set of tennis from both players. And trying to find that special something.
Oh. That's when a slice backhand had come in handy.
21.
It's just not a shot that Katie Boulter plays particularly often, that drop shot, is it? It's not a well-practiced shot, and to try and do that at 2-3 down, it's a big ask.
Yeah, and certain points can come back to haunt you in a set as well. You look back and go, yeah, not right. She got there.
13.
Well, here is a big opportunity for Kudermetova, and we've seen her doing that so many times. And it pays off. She gets the first break of serve in this deciding set.
Well, we've said it time and time again, it's not a break until you've held. And this is the advantage that Kudermetova's had by serving first in this set. So she's been the front runner.
Goodness.
Well, that's the best part of the match.
I mean, how many opportunities did she have to finish this point? And Kudermetova, a player who on the doubles court is so comfortable at the net, but on the singles court just looks out of sorts in front of the service line. She thinks that perhaps she's being a little bit passive. What do you think, Nicole? Is that just more acceleration?
Yeah, that's when you're missing by that much with the forehand, it's just that your racket head speed is just very slow.
Very nicely done. Relentless ground strokes from Kudermetova. with an ace. It's her 7th of the match so far, and it couldn't have come at a better opportunity. Now in a very comfortable position, 1 game away, has the break. It's a 5-2 lead. Well, the hardest thing to do is close out a match. Kudermetova had a 5-1 lead in the opening set, and only narrowly won that one, 7-6. So anything can happen. Certainly not an insurmountable task for Boulter to find her way back into this match. She's been level-headed throughout the whole encounter, but she just hasn't managed to find her best tennis today.
Left for serve.
Drop it short, and it will get crucified.
Love Veronika Kudermetova, so protecting the replay of the call on the right-hand side.
Things are going your way. Even let cords.
Thank you.
Wow. This has been an impressive
15-14.
to this date 3 games from 2-all.
She really has stepped up. 2 hours and 17 minutes. It's a duo of match points.
Thanks.
It's a statement victory for Veronika Kudermetova. It's taken her just under 2.5 hours. And on her 7th appearance at the Australian Open, she matches her career best run. Into the 3rd round she goes. And she takes out the number 22 seed.